How on earth do you get your query letter to be specific enough without it being like 1,000 words long? My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. I do often advise people to cut a bunch of stuff from their query letter, but there are also times in which you need to be more specific. You need to offer more detail. 1,000 words is going to be too many words. You can be up to a full page, and so that will sometimes be like 500 words if we have like just a couple of really short, blocky paragraphs, right? Like there's no dialogue on the page, so there's not that much white space. So it's going to be like up to 500 words sometimes. And I'm going to give you a question here that you can use, but it is not one of my 5 questions that must always be answered in a query letter because it's not one of those things that must always be answered. It's a thing that can help drive the specificity if you feel like something's missing. So you've got your 5 questions of who is our main character, what do they want, what are they willing to do to get it, what is standing in their way, and what happens if they fail. Those need to be answered in every query letter. And if you get to the end of the query letter and it still feels like, okay, there's a 6th one that could be hiding in there, and that is, why is this character the one to do it? Yeah, what are they willing to do to get it? Why are they the one? Why do they need to be the one that goes out on the quest to do this? If your immediate answer is like, well, because chosen one, then you fundamentally misunderstand chosen one tropes. A chosen one trope is not out here saying that literally anybody could save the world. The chosen one trope is saying like this one person had a hidden talent that they now are being called to save the world. If you're still getting to the end of your query letter and it like doesn't make sense, it doesn't feel like it's coming together, try thinking of that secret 6th question potentially, that why is this character the one to do the thing? That is probably going to drive the specificity that you are looking for. That is going to drive the very few little world building details that you might need. It might drive even a tiny little bit of backstory. Not very much, and it is going to be very, very character specific, and it's going to be very focused on the plot at hand. And you can see now why this isn't a must. This doesn't go in every single query letter. This wouldn't make any kind of sense to ask this in a romance, for instance, because why is this the person to fall in love? Because people do. That doesn't make any kind of sense. And even within genre fiction, so if we are saying, fantasy, science fiction, horror, even if we're doing fantasy, what if it's a cozy fantasy and like this character wants to make friends? There's no why. That is how humans work. And you can even see how, like in mystery, why is she the one to solve the crime? Because she's the one who found the body. She's the one who was there. Why is she the one having to escape the stalker? Because she's the one being stalked. So this is not an always question. And that's why I don't include it. And I really, really don't want people to get hung up on this because it's not always necessary. But if you get to the end of your query letter and you hand it over to people and they're like, I'm still confused, or this doesn't feel like anything, this might be the piece that you need to help unlock whatever is missing for everybody else. So you take those 5 questions that everybody else has and you add, why is my character the one to do the thing?